Good morning, YouTube. I hope everybody's doing good in social distancing. I was getting up this morning and just thinking of what I could do a video on. What I could include that was interesting to people. And I was gonna do just a quick story on a Dogman. Now, for some of you, you might know what it is, and some of you might not. A Dogman is a name that has been given to a werewolf-like creature that has been reported by people in the community, police officers. I know there's been like 2 police officers in the country, or there may be more people that have seen this. From what I've heard, it is extremely dreadful experience and extremely fucking scary. Like, it's nothing to mess with. Some of you might joke and might think it's a game and might think it's fake, but there's actually real police reports and actual people that have PTSD due to experiences and encounters with these cryptid animals, because they don't know what to call it. They have no physical evidence that this even exists. All they have is some pictures and maybe a video, and it's hard to even find that on a Dogman. They're really elusive. But there was this family. It was considered a government cover-up. It was a family of a husband, a wife, and their daughter. And they were in the woods or out and about in the woods having a picnic or something, and they started experiencing weird noises and were hearing things, and sounded like a huge creature in the woods. So it got to a point where they were sitting down having their picnic and doing what they were intended to do, have a picnic, and they started hearing all these noises. And I guess they tried to pack their stuff up real quickly and leave. So they did that. They started packing all their stuff up, and they left, started leaving. So this creature doesn't want them to leave. From reports that have been reported, they report this creature anywhere between 8 and 10 feet tall. It has the head of a German Shepherd, as in the pointed ears of a German Shepherd and the long snout that a German Shepherd has. And some even explain it as looking like an ancient Egyptian god, the Pharaoh. Which, I guess from the reports, it kind of sounds exactly like it, just with a huge, massive, down-hanging arms with huge black claws. And, of course, it's going to have, like, these dog feet. And they said that it runs on 4s, but it can stand up on 2 feet. But whenever it goes to stand up, its legs transform, and you hear this snapping from the reports that people have said. But anyways, back to this family. And they tried to leave, but this thing came out of wherever it was and came up to the car and peeled the fucking peeled the top of the car back and fucking took him out and took a little girl and took the family, the mom and the dad, and killed them, and there's nothing left of these individuals other than the little girl. And that was the last person I think that this thing ate, because whenever the police arrived after this had been reported by their family saying, hey, we haven't heard from them, the police came and seen it, and there's nothing left of the mother and father's body. Just blood everywhere. Look it up, guys. Look it up. This is a real story. And what they did is they went searching. But the thing is you can't just only search on the ground. They had to search up in the trees too. So whenever they finally found some clues, the little girl was up in a tree with her head decapitated and her head in another part of the set of branches, and a body just flopped over a branch. That's horrible. And once they found that gave them enough evidence right there, and the blood everywhere and everything like that gave them enough evidence to start a huge county-wide search for this creature with military, sheriff's office, local police departments, and all that shit. And they swept through the woods only to find this creature, and they eventually ended up killing it. And it took a whole truck, a big fucking truck to get this thing out of there, from what I heard. And I believe it, because we don't know everything. We don't have everything listed and documented as far as what lives here. If something wants to not be found, it's not going to be found. And if it's intelligent like we are, it's going to bury its dead, its relatives. And whatever the authorities have gotten, they're keeping. They're not letting the public know. For one, it would cause mass panic. And it would drastically take away from tourist attractions for the woods. And it would be mandatory, because they're Homo sapiens. And I know Bigfoots are considered that too. So that would let them fall under the Humanitarian Rights Act. So they would have to have rights, and they would have to be where they have national parks and shit like that. They would have to be put on an endangered list and protected. In that case, no one, not even like the government getting trees and stuff, they would have to go through a process to even, pick a particular set of woods to go and log from. They would have to make sure, if we had laws realizing these creatures and just taking into consideration they are a living, actual being here on Earth, existing and coexisting with us. But people won't, because there's not enough evidence whenever we've had physical evidence. But I just figured that would be an interesting story. Another person I'd go check out is Crypto PTSD, if you're interested in these kinds of stories, guys. But like always, I appreciate your time. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting a Darknet story today. And you guys be safe and stay quarantine and continue practicing social distance so you don't get sick. Thank you so much. Peace.